This is the favorite bit here, filling these little bottles up with dye. I used to use bigger bottles. That one here, I used to mix my dye up in these, and I use these to squirt it on. And then I had some smaller bottles. This smaller bottle here with a little tip, and I had this little tiny thing. I was having to use a syringe to put the dye in there, and then I got these bigger bottles here, and this is a little bigger opening. Once again, the syringe tip, and it's a little bit easier to fill it with dye. Mixed up here. It's kind of odd down in the basement this time of year because the tumblers aren't running. I don't like to have to carry the heavy water up outside because you can't put the rock tumbling water down the drain. And so normally it's kind of noisy down here with those things running. Sometimes it's odd. Right now, I don't know if you can hear it, but the furnace is running. Now, that's not too loud though. Those rock tumblers, they get loud. Let's see, where's the yellow one? Oh, there's lemon yellow. I just mixed up the basic colors of the day just to get started with them on the winter dyeing. Got a bunch more to mix up, but get her started, get her moving. Oh. My nice sink. It's a great sink, and I know there's people out there that would love to have a sink like this that they can trash to their heart's content. I mean, it doesn't matter what I throw at this thing. That's dark green. Where are you at, green? Oh, no, that's olive drab. And you know you're in there. Blue, khaki, new emerald green. There it is. Green. I normally have music or something playing down here, but I know one time I had tried to upload a video with some music playing, and I got poo-pooed for having music playing. So I thought, well, you know, this won't be a long video. I'm just putting some colors in the bottles here. Those are nice. These are nice little bottles I got. They have what's up next? Azure blue. They have Lurlock needle that go in there. I found that these don't leak if I really try to squeeze hard when I'm putting the dye on. Then it might leak a little bit, but it's usually because I didn't tighten it down too much. But it's really just not squeezing that hard. That's the trying to. It's a little different than working with these bottles because that requires a little bit more force. But I did find that after a while doing that, my hands kind of hurt. I'm not doing as much hand work as I used to when I worked in manufacturing, so my hands aren't as bad as they used to be. Where is the purple? Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Blue violet. Purple. And purple. So yeah, it's pretty exciting, huh? I mean, this is it. So far the cat hasn't come down. I'm surprised. He's upstairs on his top step. And the furnace is running. The top step, I think the heat duct runs underneath that. Because our last kitty, Mew Kitty, he would hang out on that top step as well. So I think that it's toasty for them. It's a nice little warm spot. Usually if I come down in the basement, he comes down in the basement. And I think it's because he's done battle with creatures down here. And he's worried that if I'm down here by myself, who's gonna protect me? So I think that's why he comes down, is to offer me some protection in case there's creatures down here, being mice and or chipmunks. I do think I saw a chipmunk in the house one time, and then we didn't know we had a mouse until we got Dash, and all of a sudden he showed up with a mouse in his mouth, and it's like, what the heck? And then I come down to the basement, and over in the other room where we started all of our peppers and tomatoes, I found that the mouse had eaten a bunch of our little seedlings. So I was like, go kitty. So he earns his keep. He is a killer. Sometimes it's a little hard to get them to go on straight. You have to make sure. And then just give them a little snug down. They tend to work pretty good. And there. That's filling bottles. That's a lot better than using a syringe. It's not as nice as these. These are press wash bottles I got at American Science and Surplus. And they also had a tube that would go from here down to the bottom. So if you wanted to, as a press wash, you could squeeze it like this and the stuff would come out. I took that tube out. I used it to put it on dye like that. But like I said, these are harder to squeeze and also not as exact. I had a lot of problems with when I went to go put the dye on, where it'd go bloop and go shooting all over the place. But there you go.